Hello wonderful people, welcome back to Coffee Over Apples. My name's Steph and I broke my book buying ban. Kinda.
It could change the world.
On we go.
Alright, so like in May or June, I don't remember when I posted my last book haul video, but I posted that I would not be buying any more books for quite a while because I have about 60 something books currently on my physical TBR. However, some of these were sent to me by publishers and some of these, you know, I got them for $1. It was like 50% off day at my local thrift store, and I'm a thrifter. Like I buy all my clothes, shoes, jewelry, everything, just about, except for underwear, at the thrift store. So I had a 50% off coupon, plus it was like, yeah, everything was like $1. So I kind of broke it. But I'm back on my ban now. Yeah. So the first book that I'm super excited to talk to you about, and I'm super happy that I got this because it is for a buddy read. This one is for a buddy read and it is with Faye over at Mystery Day with a Book, and I'm super excited to get that vlog out to you guys in the beginning of September. On Faye's channel, she started a series where she collaborates with other booktubers and then they challenge each other to read books. I was challenged to read Aurora Rising, and this is by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, who also wrote Illuminae. I adore Illuminae, even though the characters in Illuminae were excruciatingly annoying. I have high hopes for this. It is a YA sci-fi. My experience with YA is very hit or miss, so this, it's a 5-star prediction. Let's hope it stays that way. I know the second one, called, I think it's Aurora Burning, came out very recently and it's been super hyped on BookTube. I think it's another space opera. I adore space operas, so keep an eye out for the vlog for this. Now, this next book is very cool. It's actually a nonfiction and it is called Stiff, and this is different fun facts about corpses. Ooh, I love dark things. It's supposed to be a comedy, I think, about the lives of morticians and practices, ceremonial practices, and not making fun of ceremonial practices, but just like shedding light on interesting facts for anybody who's interested. It has like 3 bullets on the back here of some different fun facts that the book touches on. So it says, to learn the weight of a human soul, in 1907, a Massachusetts physician engineered a special bed scale upon which he installed his dying patients. At the precise moment of their passing, he watched for a downward twitch in the needle. By his determination, the soul weighs 3/4 of an ounce, about the same as a big toe. Like, it's just ridiculous facts. It talks about mummification, it talks about, I guess it's kind of like, if anyone remembers that show that was like 1,000 Ways to Die, it was just like fun facts about death, and I don't know, it just seems like really interesting. I love learning about stuff like this. One of the channels that I follow is called Ask Mortician, and I love that channel because we get so many fun and interesting facts about how these processes work. I think things like this are just super interesting. I love learning about everything, so. This next book is super special because it was sent to me by the wonderful team over at Here Are Voices BT on Twitter, and they sent me The Blaze Wrath Games by Ambaro Ortiz. It sounds like so much fun. I was sent this in order to be part of their book tour that is happening in October for Own Voices Puerto Rican rep. And in case you didn't know, I'm part Puerto Rican. I'm half Puerto Rican. Ambaro is an author currently living in Puerto Rico, and this story is supposed to be centered around kind of like a World Cup, I guess, that involves dragons and dragon riding, and the main character is Puerto Rican. I believe it's like an underdog story, and I'm really looking forward to doing a full drawing review for this. I will leave, so right here I will put the schedule of when I'm posting and what other people on my date are posting. I believe I'm scheduled to post on October 15th. There's quite a few other amazing booktubers that are going to be part of this tour, and bloggers as well. People are doing author interviews, I'm doing fan art, some people are doing many different things, so I will leave a link to the schedule below and I will flash some of it up here. Please definitely go check out some of the other booktubers that are going to be a part of this, because they're all wonderful content creators. So this arc looks really fun. I love the dragons that are on the cover so far, so I'm looking forward to this, and I'm actually going to be reading it. Spoiler alert, I'm reading it for Hispanic Heritage Month, which is in September and runs into October. This cover of this book that I got at the thrift store is beautiful in my opinion, because look at how reflective it is. This is called Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. I have previously read, I want to say 2 other books by Jonathan Foer, and this will be my first novel by him. I've read nonfiction by him previously and loved them. I listened to them as audiobooks through my library. One of them was called Eating Animals, which I believe I got as a recommendation from Books and Lala, if I remember correctly. That book changed my life. Like, I'm already a vegetarian. I eat mostly vegetarian diet. I do now make an effort due to medical reasons to include some meat in my diet. I'm not gonna go into that here. I can do a whole nother video about that. I'm still working on figuring out a diet that works for me, and this has been years and years of work, but his book, Eating Animals, really talks about what is happening in animal agriculture, what are the laws regarding animal agriculture, interviewing major corporations, interviewing independent farmers, talking to consumers and slaughterhouses, why it is that military veterans who go into slaughterhouses are coming out with PSD that they didn't have from being deployed but had when coming back to work in a slaughterhouse, and how regulations around humane killing are lax. And just all I have to say is that after that book, I went to stand in front of the meat section at my local supermarket and probably stood there for maybe a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure people were looking at me like, what does this chick want from the chicken? But I should do a whole nother video just about how you can purchase humanely slaughtered meat and all those rules and regulations. And there was another book I read from him, I think it was called Moonwalking with Einstein, that was about winning the National Memories Championship. It was fantastic. I know that he writes very eloquently, and so this one is supposed to be a novel about a young boy whose father, I think, died in 9/11 and is trying to find something, some meaning that was left behind by his father, and interviewing people and experiences regarding 9/11, which is a subject that is very sensitive to me, being that I witnessed 9/11 with my own eyes. So that is not something that is easy for me to talk about, but I'm confident that Jonathan Foer will handle this very delicately. So this one is so cool. Okay, so I was sent this by the author, and can we talk about these sprayed edges? My goodness, how cool is this? This is the coolest thing ever. Oh my goodness, I love black. So I was sent this by the author Duncan Swan, and am participating in a Goodreads group read along for this book, and I'm actually really stoked about this because I love horror. I have not read enough horror this year, and this is called Monster. I think I'm saying it right. Monster? Is it Monstre? Is it Spanish? I don't know, because the E is after the R. I don't know if that's like copyright reasons or what, but I'm gonna go with Monster. As soon as I got the message that he was gonna send me a copy, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Okay, so supposedly it's following 100 days or something like that, but there's a cloud, kind of like the mist situation, which I love the mist. So there's a cloud that's covering the world, and things that people that go in the cloud don't come out, and we don't know what's in the cloud. In case everything looks slightly shifted, my battery died and I just replaced it. So it's an apocalyptic. So it's an apocalyptic. It's an apocalyptic story. Ooh, I'm so ready for this. So there's a mist. It's covering the earth. People are disappearing. Is there something in the mist? I don't know. We're following a sheriff in Tennessee. One of his deputies asks him to help protect their family as they go west seeking for shelter. There's rumor going around that there is some sort of bunker or something out west, and so they're trying to outrun the cloud, I think it is. This sounds so cool. Sounds action-packed, and these bookmarks, y'all, these bookmarks that they sent me, look at how cool. It's giving me Eye of Sauron vibes. It is like dope. Can you see that tiny little planet that's in it? And also this one. Is this a little spoilery? I don't know. I'm assuming there's something in the cloud now. Who knows? And the inside is also signed. So, I'm just saying. I just opened up to the very first page by accident trying to show you the signing, and it says CERN. Like, as in the research facility. I'm obsessed with CERN. Dude, okay, right here, 5-star prediction. All right. Also found for $1 at the thrift store was Fight Club. Oh my goodness, Fight Club is one of my favorite movies of all time. Some booktube, who was I following on booktube? I don't remember. Somebody was talking about this being actually a series. I didn't know that, but if you haven't seen Fight Club, you need to watch it. I think it qualifies as a psychological thriller. Is that spoiling anything? I don't think so. It talks about consumer culture. It talks about street cred. It talks about living your best life. It's great. It's action-packed. It's great. I mean, look who starred in it. I didn't just choose to watch it because Edward Norton was in it. That didn't happen. Also, for $1, we got Quiet. Now, this is actually a nonfiction. This is talking about the power of introverts in a world that can't stop talking. This is supposed to be very insightful and helpful for introverts. Yes, I am an introvert, even though I might not seem like it because my face is on the internet. But just because I worked up the courage to record this video does not mean that I am not an introvert. So it's written by Susan Cain, who is supposedly a public speaker on psychology. This is, I guess, supposed to help introverts navigate themselves in a world that praises extrovertism? Is that a word? Extrovertness? I actually heard about this from a list that I found online that was recommending books based on my myers-briggs personality type, which is a video vlog that I've been working on for a very freaking long time. But this was recommended for INTJs. I am an INTJ-A if you would like to take the Myers-Briggs personality test, which is a test designed by a psychologist to not put you in a box, but help you better understand yourself. Feel free to take that test. I will leave a link to it below. It's very interesting. And then the last book I got in this book haul that shouldn't have happened, but we're just gonna ignore that I broke my book ban, and I'm getting really upset because I can't get the sticker off the cover of this book, and the cover of this book is beautiful. That is such a shame. But I ended up getting The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I've been trying to get my hands on Toni Morrison books for a while through the stores that I usually go to when I thrift for books. However, they've been sold out. So I was really happy that I found this by chance just perusing through the aisles. I know it focuses on a young girl who is coming to terms with her own beauty and finding her way through life and dealing with societal expectations as far as beauty and what beauty should be and confronting norms on beauty standards. So I'm really looking forward to this. I really want to read more Toni Morrison, and if I can get my hands on Kindred anytime soon, I'm picking it up. But it has been really hard to find. It's just been sold out at all my usual thrift spots, so hopefully soon. Alright, you guys, these are all the books that I got in this book haul that should have never happened. Is anyone else on a book buying ban that they broke? Because feeling kind of guilty, kind of not feeling guilty, I don't know. But I guess, what does it make it now? Like 70 books that are on my physical TBR? Some of these I will be reading very soon for different challenge videos, and some of them I'm hoping to get to soon. Let me know if you've heard of any of these or if you've read any of these and you really liked it, so hype me up, that way I can get to it much sooner. Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I could change the